Yeah, that was brutal, but I mean, everyone's saying so proud of what they did. So
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as I said, with what they have been doing in the season, so far in terms of racking up high scores, still in contention. Really, if they play their games in hand, they go top of the third or none.
hang
No,
on, you're talking about Thetford already.
yeah,
Okay, go on then. We'll do them first,
yeah,
but we're going to talk about.
yeah. Then I get onto us. So I'm just obviously in real context of what they do, but I said to the players from all week, we've got nothing to fear. We've got players who should be playing at that level. So this is obviously a great platform for you to to show that you can do it. And players who have been playing at that level already. So, we just had to set up with a game plan, and that's why I was so proud of them, because I said our evolution of the team is now following sort of game plans to a T. Often we win games very off the cuff with a lot of our ability, and sometimes they're basketball games, but as you know, across the season, you will get found out. If your strikes are not finishing, and you're conceding goals, it's a bad recipe. So we need to be having more games, to be honest, like this, where we can see them out. And again, across the 90 minutes, we were the more threatening.
We were.
That last little maybe composure when you do get in those final first 2v1. I think Louis got one. If he plays it in front of Fred, he has the opportunity. Is it handball? Fred says it wasn't. Second half. These little margins, it's unfortunate. And it comes to pens, Jack's done tremendously well. He saved two. But listen, it's the luck of the draw sometimes. That's how it is.
The way it looked to me, I can't remember who it was. It's been very emotional, but it was a matter of actually Junior did a wise thing, putting it down the middle. Junior said it wasn't a good penalty, but the fact is it was in the right place. It's just actually that their goalkeeper was also so knackered that he couldn't move far enough to get out of the way of it, and it's hit his foot. He didn't save it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what goalkeepers do. And credit to him, like he's in the right place.
And the fourth one as well. Once they've missed, if you score that one, there's massive pressure on the fifth penalty take.
Totally.
It's all the psychological side of it. Look, listen, I get the theory with Junior. I mean, my thing is like at this level, they don't really dive that early. So often, if you watch a lot of keepers, they tend to stay in the middle longer than they should. So if you are going down the middle, it has become a bit of a risk. Where if you just go to a corner, you give yourself a chance. Like Louis' one, his keeper got a hand to it, but because it was in the corner, it's got in.
I mean, the keeper, the one saved. The keeper, he had a good shootout. So did Jack. Jack did amazing. It's hard, isn't it? The keepers that haven't really had either of them an awful lot to do in the game to come to life like that, and it was really. That's the shootout, though. In a way, the shootout was like a footnote. I think it's the best I've seen us play. I can't remember us playing better than that.
As a game plan goes, it's our best game of the season. We had a similar game plan against Forest Hill, and obviously everyone knows what happened when Tammy got pushed, and then we couldn't get the result there. But like I said, this sets us up going forward. We're in the league, we're still in contention for the playoffs. We've still got, I think, a couple more cups to play. The League Cup, everyone knows I love a League Cup because you win a couple of rounds, all of a sudden you're in a quarter or a semi-final, do you understand? So we're at home to Thamesmead, it's a good tie. So that's another thing to know for us to sort of like incentivize ourselves for, and there's a lot to play for second half of the season. That's what you want. First half of the season, get through it. We're starting to know a bit more about this league, customizing, a bit more about the team. Second half of the season, we've got some more intel in terms of how we want to set up against them and stuff. So I expect us to kick on. Last 3 or 4 squads have been similar, which again helps. Sam and Adam at the back, I've got to say, Colossus at the moment, don't really look like, letting much go.
The back four today was just
outstanding.
Junior child.
And a shout out to Briggsy as well, because Briggsy wasn't in the starting 11. Jeff pulled up in the warm-up, so we had to change it. And he goes on and put a performance like that.
Blinder. The cross early in the but halfway through the first half was. It was So I'm seeing everybody. I remember Newcastle fans. Sorry, everyone was getting really over the top about Anthony Gordon's cross for Isaac against Arsenal last week. It was that good a ball.
Oh yeah.
It was everything about it was
similar
perfect.
To Tammy's one for Cam's winner against Lewisham.
It was just the maths. And we were right there. It was just, but that was it. It was one of those days. I mean, you got a nightmare to pick 4 players play the match because, honest, every single one of them left everything out.
Outstanding. Like I said. We couldn't even, where the game was so tight, we were 3 unused subs as well. We wanted to look at trying to get E-Man on, but Louis was playing so well and occupying there. We couldn't really, take it away. And then when it gets to the last 5, you are looking at potential pen takers. If we had sort of a pen taker, like we did last game, we brought Taylor on quite late because he's a pen taker. You know what I mean? And it worked. So you're looking at our bench thinking, is there anyone to bring on? But obviously we look at on the pitch and we thought, we had enough. And like I said, it's sometimes just luck of the draw how it works. But listen, I'm proud of the boys, like I say, because that's our evolution. That's me happy. You know, we had this game plan from midweek. We did it in Thursday training, went through it, you know, and then executed it here. That's you know, that's for me. That's great, because that tells me, like, again, if we have to produce this sort of performance, we can do. I know we can trust them. You know, and then we can change it up. Obviously, we won't play that way every week. You know, I wouldn't enjoy playing that way every week, but we're a front foot team. We like attacking. We like creating chances. You know, we've got front foot players, but that's what management's about for me anyway. You know, plan A, plan B, plan C. You got to change it up a little bit, and they adapted, you know, and they believed in it, and that was the key.
Can I say that is what is coming through now? Is that change, the ability to change it? Because personally, I was thinking that was something that wasn't. The team didn't have that earlier in the season. That is what has been very evident in the last few weeks. Like, you know, last week with Greenways suddenly remembering to play football in the second half last week, we had to play deep and sit and smother. And today, it's amazing that today we played against a better team, technically. I think Greenways threatened more, but like they were technically a better team and you could tell, so it was about concentration. But that little switch, everyone's going off like fireworks. Noah putting in miles, like coming out wide when he's starting fairly narrow, mate. It was really nice. And it was nice to see them all play that way.
100%, and I think that's what's picked up over the last few weeks, our work rate. Because I said to a lot of the players, we're not working hard enough. I don't know if it's a given or we're sort of just used to acclimatized to how the slow pace of furlough none is, where you could sort of like walk through games and stuff. This league is unforgiving in terms of like younger teams. So we needed to work harder as a team, as a collective, and that starts for the front three. They've got to get back in. No walking. You're going to hear from me if you walk. So that's improved as well. And I said it's gone through the spine of the team. And listen, it's a platform, you know, for us. Now can we kick on? You know, Staplehurst, big game next week. It's another one of those games that I keep reminding us of that. We're playing against teams in and around us, and we haven't really beaten a team in the league in and around us since all the way back to Benfleet, and that was like December.
Oh wow, you're right.
We haven't really. We've drawn, you know, we've won
good draws. But that's all.
That's it. So it's about time we started winning those games. Then we can say we're. Otherwise, we're just going to stay in the mid-table. You know what I mean? So you've got to beat teams in and around you, especially games in hand against us. But listen, as I said, the confidence is high. I think we're unbeaten in 4 or 5 now. So we just got to kick on now and just, you know, climb up the table.
Wow. I mean, hard lines, but I think I can hear it in your voice. Like, there's a lot of positives to take in this game. So,
totally. Like I say, these games can go so wrong. You can see that in the first 5-10 minutes, all of a sudden it's 3 or 4 before half time, you know, because you've got to chase it, and it's there. So discipline was there. The fact that we took it, and again, we looked the more likely. Don't get me wrong, the last 5 minutes I had a few set pieces, but in general play, we looked more likely.
I mean, that's all though, wasn't it? Set pieces. That was it. I mean,
a couple of free kicks on the edge. You're thinking we're in danger here.
And even then, they were blocked with like ferocious sort of like blocks. It's like really chucking bodies in the way. It wasn't just
that's
like
the desire.
Because
if you notice, remember, we've conceded a lot of goals from range outside the box. So there's another thing
my obsession was all the set pieces you were conceding. But exactly. It's like, so what happens is we clear them, and then it's like Greenways, isn't it? They bang it in from range.
There you go. And it's about getting out there, isn't it? That desire to get there, to get the block. And again, another sort of record attendance today. We can only thank the fans for coming out, you know, and to the weather as it is.
There's only about 200 though, isn't
it? Well, it seemed more than that. But we can only thank him again. We can hear the noise, the drum, you know, getting behind the goal during the pens. Again, it affected them, and that's what we asked for. To understand. So thanks again.
We were too exhausted, some of us were. So.
To get around. But thank you all, and we go again.
Thank you.
Famous word say.